So futures at 41 and a quarter here. Oil down as for the second straight day. Futures at 45. So we see the futures up pretty strong to 61 and change here. Let me remove this one. SOC getting destroyed again. I'm going to be looking at SOC calls. So these are the SOC, AUG 35. Let's see how cheap they've gotten here. SOC AUG 35 calls are down to about 35.40. No, I'm not interested in those at those level. Shell coming back a little bit. SOC was actually only down about 45 cents now. So SOC AUG 35s. You know, if they hit like 20 cents, I'd probably buy more of these. I actually didn't make money yesterday with the market higher because I'm actually long some oil names. BALL is higher today. I'm going to put that offer out at 160. So always watching institutional order flow in the option markets, watching the biggest and best traders in the world placing capital on certain trades. Then I try to mimic their positions. So you'll hear signals throughout the course of the day. Usually in the first hour, you know, I probably usually flag about 1 to 5 signals throughout the first hour. And we'll see if there's anything so far. So far, there's nothing today, but I'm always watching for signals. Apple higher, Meta's up 11, NVIDIA higher. I was actually looking at the SOSX. I was thinking about maybe possibly buying that in the SOSX. It's on 873. That RSI is still 31. So on a long-term play, SOSX, I'm looking to buy it here. Not cheap enough yet, down 7% today. RSI is 31. I want to see that RSI get to about 26, 27. So I'm not going to buy that just yet here on a long-term position. I'm always long the market. Usually my portfolio is long the market. Usually through structured notes, I'm long. CGNX, I'm going to offer some of those calls. Path calls being bought here. So keeping an eye on Path. So the AUG 35s in CGNX, I'm going to offer these at 65. I paid 45 for those. The market's just wide on these. A lot of times in the morning, market makers have what's called an opening rotation, which they can just put stuff wider than it normally should. Maybe take some of those stops off. Morning. How's everybody doing? We got at least somebody in here commenting. I like that. Run up a little bit. MGA higher. HSIC higher today. Even though the market's up and I'm usually long only, I'm pretty flat here. We see more path calls trading here. TTE calls being bought. I'm buying some TTE, guys. That will be an Alpha Shark signal here in TTE. August calls in TTE will be an Alpha Shark signal, guys. Alpha Shark signal in TTE for 10 cents. Those are August calls here in TTE. So let me send that one out. So TTE, August, 72 and a halves. I got them at 10 cents. Target will be 15. I would not be paying 15 on these. First official signal of the day here in Alpha Shark. TTE, August 72 and a half for 10 cents. So Alpha Shark. Official signal by TTE 8/15 2025 72 and a half calls. You can get them right now at a dime for 10 cents. Target 15. So official signal here in Alpha Shark. Official signal here in Alpha Shark in TTE. Official signal here in Alpha Shark here in TTE. So send that out via push notification, Telegram, and in email. So Alpha Shark official signal, guys. Alpha Shark official signal here in TTE. So Alpha Shark official signal. Buy TTE 8/15 2025. 72 and a half calls for 10 cents. Target 15. So if you go from 10 cents to 15 cents, that is 50% winner. So TTE, guys, I'm buying them here. That'll be an official signal for Alpha Shark. I was up nice and early this morning, got my meditation in, got my brain tap in, so I'll be ready to fire today. More Teladoc calls being bought, guys. Now they're buying Teladoc calls. The 8 calls in Teladoc. Yesterday we saw the 7 calls being bought. Those doubled in value. So Teladoc calls being bought. So Option Hacker. Buyer of TDOC. 7/18 2025. 8.5 calls for 45 cents. If you want to get into those, you can. Teladoc calls being bought. Teladoc calls being bought. Alpha Shark official signal will be the first signal of the day. We run 8 portfolios. All 8 are up year to date. The way that I trade is different than everybody else. I just watch institutional order flow in the option market. Teladoc calls being bought, guys. Teladoc calls being bought. Teladoc 802 now. Teladoc getting a bid here. Teladoc getting a bid here in Teladoc, guys. So Teladoc getting a bid here. We saw the 8.5 for July calls being bought. Not the biggest order in the world, but about 1,100 of these. We had a signal on that one yesterday. Teladoc 8.5 are 45.55. So if you want to get in those, you might have to pay a little bit more. We have an official signal here in Alpha Shark, guys. The first signal here in Alpha Shark in TTE. TTE, guys. Official signal here. LNG down about 83 cents. Teladoc 808 here. So let me send the signal out, and we'll go to RSI, Relative Strength Index, here in a minute. So Alpha Shark, official signal. I didn't realize we sent those out at 20 cents. I would have sent this a trade for personal portfolio. So I guess Alpha Shark, you're going to get 2 of these. So TTE in at 10 cents. That gives you more than a month away. But this, all they have to do is go up to 15 cents. They actually initially bought them at 25 cents. And I was trying to take some off at 30. So TTE today, the stock is down 22 cents. It has an RSI at 54, and it moves about 22 cents a day. Sorry, it moves $1.20 a day. So the AUG 72 cents at 10 cents is your official signal here, guys. For Alpha Shark, we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll keep an eye on RSI, Relative Strength Index. We're not taking any exits so far today. But like I said, I watch institutional order flow in the options market. I didn't realize I sent that one out already. TDOC calls being bought. TDOC going higher. TDOC going higher here, guys. TDOC on fire here. Yesterday, they bought calls. They bought July calls, upside calls in July. Ball higher, Domo higher, EH higher, HSIC higher, MAGA higher, Shellna up on the day. Smucker's down a little bit, SOC down. TTE target is 15, guys. TTE target is 15 on these. XLE, I'm going to try to get rid of these at 80 cents here. So July 70s and XLE. I sold some yesterday for profits. I'm going to try to take these off for a 50% stop loss in XLE. If you have any questions, you can always ask questions. Knowledge is power. Power is knowledge. Super option scanner. Buyer of MSTR 73 2025 390 calls for 4.25 here. And MSTR. Look at Teladoc go higher after they bought calls. So this is why I watch institutional order flow in the option market. Stock's up 16% here. Yesterday, they were buying the July 7s for 45 cents. Those are up to 150 here. And you can see that today they're buying the July 8.5s, and those are up to 70. So check these out, guys. The sevens yesterday, 140 to 150, and then the 8.5s in at 45. If you want to take those off at 70, that is a 50% winner. And what I'm watching, guys, is I'm watching institutional order flow in the option market. So this is a trade from the biggest traders in the world. As you can see here, a buyer of 1,401. Those are not mine. But here's a trade, guys. A trade officially that hit the tape in TDOC, guys. TDOC calls being bought. Calls were being bought yesterday, too, in TDOC. TDOC, guys. I did not buy these, though. Second straight day. For 300 shares. So TDOC calls being bought, guys. TDOC calls being bought. The biggest order today. SPXL up another 4. LNG higher. I wouldn't be buying TDOC on a pullback. That's just me. I did buy some TTE August upside calls. That was one official signal so far today. In at 10 cents, targets 15. TSM trading here, small. I'll be trading for Tradier on YouTube Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I do not run the trading room on Friday. So you get AK 4 days a week. Any questions you have at all, please let me know. But I'll be trading 4 days a week. IREN, calls being bought in IREN, July 3rd. So the July 3rd calls trading here in IREN. The 12s, I'm not going to buy these. These are 38 at 49. No interest in that one. We're going to look at RSI, Relative Strength Index, here in a minute. So I'm going to do a scan functionality here in RSI. Let's see if there's any signals. FAS, Gang, CNQ, USO getting crushed. WPM on the RSI. If you're an RSI member, you're going to get a candidate. Doesn't mean it's an official signal. And that scanner that we have on the bottom left is only available for us. So we're the only people in the world that get access to that scanner, which shows me order flow in the option market. That's what I trade off of. So if you're an RSI member, you're going to get a candidate here. If you're not a member, you do not get that signal. So one Alpha Shark official signal. Now we have a candidate here. So you're an RSI member, you're going to get that. WPM. Keep an eye on that one. WPM, guys, for your RSI Relative Strength, the index. JetBlue, nice trading. Sold it for 138% profit. Great trading there. See me, I'm constantly like gathering my eyes. I run 4 monitors here. So I need to look across all my windows to see what's trading. I run 25 proprietary-based scanners. So if I'm not looking straight at you, it's nothing personal. I just need to get the signals in and hopefully the profitability in. WWW higher, Wayfair higher, UNFI down, SOC down, SJM down. Shell. I was actually going to add some more Shell calls. There's 65, 75. There's a big offer at 75, so I'm not looking to do that just yet. So I made one new buy today, guys, in TTE. One new buy today in TTE. We have a possible RSI in WPM. We need a bear candle followed by a bull candle reversal. So we're waiting for that bull candle reversal here. I always have working bids in and offers out. Let's go to Domo. To Domo, these are the July. Shell's starting to go up a little bit. July 14's in Domo. I'm going to go 10-cent bid here. Try to buy 12 of them for 10 cents. So 10-cent bid in Domo. I want the 14s. Yeah, 14s I'll be dime bid. Yep, take it. So 10-cent bid in Domo DOMO. Teladoc calls were bought. We saw Teladoc calls were bought yesterday. So yesterday we saw TDOC 718. The 7s were bought. Those traded as high as 120 today. They were bought at 45 cents. And today we see the 8.5s in July being bought for 45. Those traded up to 70 today. Intel, I like you when you go higher. We have one possible RSI. I got my coffee. I got my electrolytes. Still keeping an eye on SOC, AUG 35s. I've not added again, but I would add here probably around 20 cents. So these are SOC, August 35 calls. I'm going to go put a 20 bid in here. Under the market. Like I'm always working bids in under the market. I'm always working offers above the market. So SOC, I would buy about $320 worth of those. So SOC 8/15, 2025. SOC 8/15, 2025. 35 calls. I am 20 bid for 16 of them. Some bid for some calls in SOC. Futures on the highs up 53. GDRX. Keeping an eye on these guys. August 5s and GDRX. GDRX, AUG 5s. Goodrix Holdings. Traded about 160,000 shares. I'm not going to buy these. Probably have a really small ATR. So GDRX calls being bought in GDRX. I'm not going to buy these GDRX 5s. ATR is only 20 cents. So option hacker. Buyer of GDRX 8/15, 2025, 5 calls for 45 cents. I'm not purchasing those. If you want to purchase these, you can. GDRX, guys. The 5s in August. The 5s here in August. The 5s here in August. GDRX 5s. They're paying 45 cents here. I'm not buying these guys in GDRX. GDRX. Not taking them here in GDRX. COF trading here. We saw STT calls being bought yesterday. STT on fire. We actually had a signal in that one yesterday. Wow, STT. State Street, guys. I'm going to take my profits here in State Street at 260, I want to say. So State Street, we had a buyer of these yesterday. I'll take these off at 260. I paid 150 for these yesterday. So that one would be a nice winner. 260. Not filled yet. UBS, guys. USB, guys. USB trading here. These are this week calls. 1,600 trade here. These are cheap lottery ticket. 1,600 of the 45.5s trading here, guys. So 1,600 USB, 627, 2025, 45.5 calls, trade about 14 cents. I'm not taking these, guys. If you want to take these, you can. You're on your own, but I'm not going to take these. USB calls being guys. I add this to the watch list, but I'm not taking these here. USB, guys, calls. USB calls being bought, guys. USB calls being bought. 45.5 trading about 14 cents. 1,864 of these trade here. And USB, guys. USB calls being bought. USB calls being bought in USB. CGNX, I'm going to put a bid in here. These are AUG 35s. They're no bid at 65. Okay, I'll put a bid in here. Try to buy 6 of them at, let's do 25 cents. So CGNX calls, I'm trying to buy these. Not filled. But I am bid in the market. So CGNX, 8/15, 2025, 35 calls. I am. Is that order rejected? I don't know why that order got rejected. Let's try it again. Try to buy 6 of these at 25 cents. Buy 6 of these at 25 cents. It's really weird. Now I got it. Okay. So CGNX calls, I am bid. I don't know why these are getting. I don't know why my orders are getting rejected. I might have to find out about this. So CGNX, I'm trying to buy calls. They're rejecting my order. The only one I'm in is SOC. I don't know why it's rejecting my order. TTE, I bought calls today. So only thing I've been TTE, WPM, we're looking at WPM is going to give us an RSI here in a minute. You trade on Tradier? Yeah, I just started on Tradier. So you'll see me starting to trade on Tradier now. I still have my Thinkorswim on the background. So WPM is going to trigger an RSI. So it'd be one alpha shark signal, one RSI today. LNG up 2.5 today. SOC down 40 cents. TT down 30 cents. UNFI is down. July is our front month premium. August is second month premium. Haven't done anything besides TTE today. I don't know why I won't let me these in these. Stop rejecting my order. Rejected it again. All right. Futures up 45. WPM is about to trigger an RSI long. If you're an RSI member, you will get that order. Soxel, 23.70. I sold it at 17. TDOC pulling back. I would not be looking about anything on the pullback here in TDOC. That's just me. I'm not looking for anything in a pullback here in TDOC. Ball down on the day. Domo higher, EH higher, Mega higher. Not by much. It'll run up a little bit. Shell up a couple pennies. I was looking at Shell, the SEP 77.5 said add to those. Not yet. TEM higher. I have a put spread in TEM. So one official signal so far today, and then we're going to get an RSI for RSI members. If you're not a member, you can always add that to your subscription. VIX getting crushed on $1.80 here in the VIX. STT sold at 2.25. I'm actually trying to sell those at 260. Now it's lowered to 230. Nice trading. 50% winner overnight. 230. Fill that 230. So STT out of STT for a winner, guys. Out of STT, let's see which portfolio that is. I think that's Superior Options. Might be an Alpha Shark Plus. So STT out of STT overnight for 53% winner in Alpha Shark Plus. So Alpha Shark Plus exit here, guys. Alpha Shark Plus exit in STT. So Alpha Shark Plus exit in TT and STT. Sell all STT 919 2025. 110 calls for 230. Paid 150. 53% winner. So winner here, guys, an STT out of STT for a winner. XLE, I'm taking that one off here. So Alpha Shark Plus exit. Now we're going to exit an XLE. So Alpha Shark Plus exit. It is now sent to the stratosphere. I always got my music going. Okay, and then we took off XLE at 80 cents. So XLE is now over. July 70s, I sold them at 80. That is a stop loss for Super Option Plus. No. Super Options. Super options, guys. For super options, we're taking off XLE. So we should have got stopped earlier. Improving that P&L here. Out of XLE for super options. Out of XLE for super options, or super option member, you'll get a signal. So about to get a buy order on RSI. Sell all XLE 18 2025. 70 calls for 80. Trade is over in. So super options getting an exit. So Alpha Shark plus exit. Super option plus exit. RSI about to be a buy here. I'm very careful of my front month premium is in my July premium levels. So that is now sent to Superior Options. And XLE. WPM closes here in 1 minute and 10 seconds. That'll be an RSI buy. For an RSI member, you'll get that. So XLE offered, sold. So Superior Option exit, Alpha Shark entry, RSI entry. I don't know how I keep track of everything. Teladoc call is being sold now, so maybe that's a reason to get out of Teladoc. Apple down in the day. So XLE out. Teladoc 8s are trading pretty aggressively here. 30 seconds to go, and then we're going to have WPM is going to be a buy for RSI members. 87.30 will be your buy here on RSI. I'm going to send it out right now. WPM will be a buy here, guys, for RSI members. So RSI official signal in WPM. Buy WPM 87.30. 85.70 stop loss. Targets 88. Okay, we'll add that to RSI. So 2 entries and 2 exits so far today officially, and then I've given you 2 more signals. So basically 6 signals so far I've given you. We took a loser yesterday in HIMS. Today for RSI members, that's a bear 15-minute bar failure by bull candle reversal. You buy the bull candle reversal. 87.30 will be your buy here in WPN. So WPM will give you a buy, guys. 87.30. If you want to take that, you can. If you want to take the other side of it, you can too. So 1 RSI, 1 Alpha Shark, 1 Superior Option plus exit, 1 Alpha Shark plus exit. That gives you 4 trades today, 2 entries, 2 exits for today so far. And then 2 other ones that hit the scanner. I'm going to go, if I can, I'm going to go 10-cent bid on SJM calls. All right, they did not reject that order, so that's good. So 10-cent bid on SJM calls. So SJM, 7/18, 2025, 105 calls. I am 10-cent bid. So WPM buy 87.30. Look at WPM starting to go up. The buy was 87.30 in WPM. So WPM 87.30 is the buy. Target 1's 88. Target 2 is 88. Third 88.80. So we have a double winner here, guys, in WPM for RSI for now. Doesn't mean you can't flip at any point in time. Intel up 70 cents today. I like to see that. Teladoc calls, GDRX calls, offer profits 53% profit in a STT overnight. New position in TT, new position in WPM. And I can go to these TTE calls, and I'd be nickel bid too. So the 72.5s. Let's go to buy 14 more for a nickel. I don't want to pay 12 cents. I have an offer at 15. Okay, it looks like they're taking my orders now. So that's a good thing. SPXL higher, SOSX 31 on the RSI. SOC down 46 cents again. SOC is going straight down. Uber calls being bought, guys. Uber calls the AUG 95 330. So big buyer of Uber. 815 2025. 95 calls for 330. Not taking these with my money. I don't really like to take $3 options. Do I scalp? Mostly I do not scalp. I mean, a lot of our subscribers, they can do anything they want with the signals that I provide for you, but you're entitled to do whatever you want. If you want to try to scalp them, you can scalp them. Most of my trades are 2 to 10 days. Not really much of a big day trader. Uber at $4 today. So they're buying August upside calls. August will incorporate earnings in there. They're buying AUG 95s for 330. They're 330 to 340 here. TDOC, that was an interesting order. I should have probably bought those today. I did not. I'm not buying a pullback in TDOC. 87.30 was our buy in WPM for RSI. So we have 2 entries and 2 exits today. CLSK, guys, 10s trading here on the 20 this week, 10s. CLSK 627 2025, 10 calls trading here in CLSLK. That is linked to crypto and Bitcoin. That's one of the miners. I'm not taking these. Stock's already up a lot today. So the 10s trading here, guys, in CLSK around 9 cents here. If you want to take a flyer or a lottery ticket, as I call it, most likely these will go to 0. I'm not taking these with my money. CLSK, guys, the 10s. I'm just putting my compression boots on. CLSK 627 2025. 10 calls for 9 cents. I'm not going to participate. Tesla goes down on the day. Meta up 7. ZETA, we saw calls on that one. TAP. Saw Domino's Pizza calls being bought. I'm really not trying to buy any July premium, guys. July premium, I'm not really looking to buy any July premium. If I want to buy something, especially on a pullback, I'd be buying August. WPM. Our buy was 87.30. 88 is the first target in WPM, so that trade's a winner right now. Let's see if I can go in here. I am bid on these. That's what sees I'm still bid. EM calls trading here, nothing doing in EM. AVGO. If you're a member of any subscriptions, you will get trades throughout the course of the day. So I don't send trades just when I'm trading. I trade throughout the course of the day. Yeah, SOC I'm holding in here. Stock is getting crushed. I'm 20 bid for some calls here. I don't understand this. WRD trading here. LNG up 3.5 today. July premium, guys. You're buying calls. That means you're short theta. WPM target 1 is 88. When you hit target number 1, you cannot lose on the trade because you can move your stop to break even on that trade. One new position TTE, one new position RSI, one Alpha Shark plus exit, one super option plus exit. NWG calls being bought. We're going to look at these. They're buying August 15s at NWG. 26 cents on the ATR. No, thank you. 1161. NWG 815, 2025, 15 calls, trading 30 cents. The RSI is only 20 cents. So no desire to take that one at all. But if you want to take it, I'd like to give you guys trading ideas. UVXY trading here, nothing doing that one. WPM target 88 here, guys. My targets, my thoughts on Soxel is I'd be out of it. I think the RSI is too extended. You have 68 on the RSI. I think that's way too high. CCL, same thing. Possible double top at the 28 level. I don't like either of them to the long side. Doesn't mean they can't go higher. WPM RSI is a winner here. 88 is the first target. 80 is the next target. IREN trading here. Nothing doing that one. More TDOC calls being bought. Teledoc. Teledoc up about 16 cents today. Futures up 40. VIX is down. Got down about 18. Got $1.70 today. It was 20 yesterday. Oil down another 3. UDFI. I bought some of those for a 10 out of 10 signal. The August calls. Quarters. For 50, 60. I'm not looking to buy any of those today. Pony calls trading. That's an AI company. Shell, I'm not bid here. Oracle trading here, nothing doing Oracle. So 2 entries, 1 winner in WPM, 1 winner in TT. So actually, technically both winners here, and then 2 exits, both or 1 winner, 1 loser on those. So basically, little this, little that today. CGNX is up nicely here. We do have a target at 65. They're at 55 for some reason. Be careful if you're at the money time decay, guys. Your premium levels. If you're long calls, your short theta means every single day, every single minute, every single day that goes by, you lose money in time decay. So keep an eye on that. You want to be losing money on time decay. August and September is not as prevalent. July is very prevalent, though. Shell calls, I'm going to go 45 bid. So Shell, 77 and a half. So I'm going to go 45 bid here. That was a 10 out of 10. It's actually one of the few 10 out of 10 losers. So Shell, guys, I'm going 45 bid. So Shell, 919, 2025, 77 and a half calls for 45 cents under the market. So a lot of my bids for today are under the market, unless I see something I really like today. I'm not really looking for a reason to get long when the market's close to all-time highs. But we see a pullback here in Shell. I would like these at 45 cents. So Shell calls, TTE calls. You can see here I bids it under the market. $15 minutes to play. At the money straddle for the SPY. Let's look at that. We have a straddle for today. We have a straddle for the week. So today's straddle is the 624 straddle. 604 straddle is about $24. So implying the futures could move up or down 24 points. Now in the end of the week, 604 straddle is $66 between now and the end of the week. 4th of July is next week. So we are off next, I think it's, what is it, next Friday? So the room will be closed on next Friday. A week from Friday. AK doesn't room, they're on the room on Friday. So that doesn't really affect his life. Bank of America calls me about. Bank of America calls me about. I'm not going to take these guys. Bank of America. BAC 7-3, 2025, 48 calls for 26 cents, guys. So you want to take something in Bank of America, you can. I am not taking Bank of America. Next week calls, you see how they expire on the 3rd, not the 4th. 4th is a holiday. 48 calls, guys, 26 cents if you want to get into these. Bank of America calls. Bank of America calls. AK says, no, thank you. PAGS. Someone was just saying the stock was going up today. The 10s. PAGS 10s, guys. They're coming to get them. PAGS 10s. Keep an eye on these. Holy moly, they're coming to get these things. PAGS 10s, 30 cents. We're up to 35 already. Buy 10,000 PAGS. You can get them right now at 30 if you like them. Just try not to buy front month premium. I'll go quarter bid. PAGS, guys. PAGS. PAGS. Hitting option hacker. PAGS. 7/18/2025. 10 calls trading to 30 cents. 10,000 trade here. You can see the 10,000 lot on the volume. Open interest is 92. So PAGS a big call buyer. I'm bid for I'm 25 bid. PAGS, guys. Going to add this to the watch list. July 10s. RSI of the stock's 44. So RSI is 58. Standard deviation is 44 cents. So it doesn't really move that much. HSIC moving up. I have a target in that one. I almost bought more of those for 150. More PAGS, guys. They're coming to get them. They're up to 11,000. 11,000 trading here. 14,000 trading here now. $14,000. Try to try the 10-9 put spread. Try to sell the 10-9 put spread for 50 cents. No, I don't want to do this. How do I get rid of this? Let's get rid of that order. So I'm going to sell the 10s to buy the 9s. Try to put it in at 50 cents. Not filled. Cents, but not filled. PAGS, trying to do a put spread in PAGS for ATM Weekly Money Machine. Not filled. I'm going to cancel my quarter bid here on these calls. I didn't realize how small the ATR is. Let's right click here. Cancel my order there. Go 20 bid now. $20 needs to only get to 30. That'd be a personal portfolio trade if I'm filled. So PAGS, interesting, guys. I'm trying to buy calls, and I'm also trying to sell put spreads. Not filled yet. Two entries, two exits. What do we see so far today in the first hour together? Plus about 6 more possibilities of trades. So what you want to do with these trades are on your own. I'm not a registered investment advisor. All I do is give my opinion. WPM did not technically hit the target of 88, so that's still on this buy. Soxel, 23.50. RGTI trading here. Intel above 22. I like to see that. EM calls hitting our scanner here. And like I said, guys, if you have any questions, you can always ask questions. I run the trading room Monday through Thursday for an hour. I've been running it for now 14 and a half years. I've been trading for 25 years. And all I trade is on order flow in the derivative space. And actually, I guess on RSI, I do trade too. LNG up $3. Shell up on the day. Took off XLE today. Took off STT today. I don't like front month premium. We got 5 minutes left together. My P&L is pretty flat today. I lost like $100 yesterday, even though the market was up. I'm usually long the market. But Shell's one of my bigger positions. UNFI is down today, and I'm long UNFI. More PAGS, guys, like water. Like water, they're buying these. You can see the volume here is up to 17,000. So get them at 30 cents. If you like them, I'm 20 bid. PAGS, guys, are up to 17,000 calls here. Open interest 392. $30 per one lot you can get in this trade. If you want to spread them out, you can do the 10, 11 call spread. Maybe get in that for 20 cents. So PAGS, guys, keep an eye on that one. Trying to sell put spreads or buy calls. I'm 20 bid on the 10 calls. I'm not paying 30. 30 has to go to 45 for me to hit 50%. I'm also trying to sell the 10 at 9 put spread. But that would be an ATM weekly money machine entry. WPM is a winner as of now. So we have two new entries in TTE and WPM, and then 2 exits. And I've given you about 4 to 6 more signals. It's about 10 signals I give you in the first hour of the day. Two minutes. PAGS is definitely the most interesting. WPM hit about to hit profit target. So this is what we see in WPM. We see an RSI on the 15-minute bar. So we see a bear 15-minute bar followed by a bull candle reversal. So there we go. WPM. There is the 15-minute bar. We see that bear candlestick. You see the bull candle reversal. It is a buy on the next candlestick. So there's your buy level. Stop loss is 50 cents under the low of the day. Target 1 is 88. Target 2 is 88.80. Technically hasn't hit, but the entry was 87.30. Another RSI winner here, guys, for another RSI winner, guys. 88 is hit, guys. So RSI members are going to get the signal. RSI official winner, guys. So winner here, guys, and WPM on the RSI, guys. WPM on the RSI. Another winner, guys. If you're an RSI members, you get that signal. So 88, 39 trades this year, 28 winners, 11 losers, 28 divided by 39. It's going to give you a 71% win rate on RSI. So you can move your stop to break even if you want here. You cannot lose on this trade. Final target is 88.30. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Everybody have a great day. Namaste. Be healthy, happy, and wealthy. I hope you guys are on YouTube. You follow me every single day. Monday through Thursday, 9:30 opening bell. I gave 2 exits today, 2 entries. Thanks, and I'll see you guys later.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.